Alright, on the menu tonight, we've got crayfish. Sharky Mac. There you go. There's something crazy's happened. Doggies, there's a school of doggies, so it'd be so cool if we land a doggy out of the trailer boat. Good morning and welcome back to another episode. It's day 8 or 9 for us out here. And for those just tuning in, we're on the adventure of a lifetime. We're living out of a 17-foot boat, island hopping for 2 months camping, trying to get to the tip of Australia. Today we're heading out to a group of reefs that ever since I was a kid, I'd heard about them spoken about as if they were sort of the promised land. You know, Dad and the old boys used to speak about. Always thought it'd only be possible on a charter boat, but today we're going to attempt to try and get out there in a little 17-foot vessel, which is crazy in itself, but fingers crossed the weather's good, the water's clear, there's going to be sharks, it's marlin season, there might be some big marlin, there's going to be some big fish, so we'll see you out there. Probably a good time to start the episode. We're out here off the edge of the Great Barrier Reef, off the continental shelf. Been trolling about 5 minutes and we've hooked something absolutely huge, really big here. Far out, that is huge.
It's gonna take me a while.
That's all right, we've got a while. Yeah. This could be a really big doggy. No! No! That was so big. Yeah, unfortunately that fish was just too big for us. I can't remember ever seeing a more ferocious, angry hit while trolling. I mean, it didn't just eat the lure, it was like out to prove a point. It just smashed it and took off so aggressively. It must have been a huge dogtooth tuna. It's a good sign though, so we're going to keep trolling along this outside edge. It's pretty surreal being out here off the drop off in the little boat. Hopefully we have some more action for you. Stay posted. Oh, just sharky mackerel. Not as big. We were all set for another 50-kilo dog, so we gave it hell. But just a beautiful sharky mackerel on this occasion. Hey, as he spit the hook. That's cool. I'll just throw him back.
Yeah.
Beautiful sharky mac. Off he goes. Made light work of him. Jig of the day, just as we're getting geared up. Beautiful coral trout. Have a go at that. So early on the day, it's literally the first jig. We're gonna have to let him go. It's pretty criminal, I know, letting coral trout go, but we've got no ice, nowhere to store him, so we'll get him back in the water. Woo! Off he goes. Good start. How cool is that? This huge big, I think it's a trout. Oh, it's actually a red bass. Came up behind it, boom! Jumped on. Oh, that's awesome. Beautiful red bass. Alright, quick update, something crazy's happened. We're out here off the shelf and jump in the water and there's doggies, there's a school of doggies. So Fran's never got one. There's going to be a bit of an operation here, but we're going to try and do a drift for doggies. We've got this old float line, old bit of rope that washed up on the beach that we picked up the other day, so that's going to be the float line. See if we can spot lock on a spot and dive down and hopefully the doggies play nice. It'd be so cool if we land a doggy out of the trailer boat. There's big doggies everywhere. Oh, I shot one, but it stoned it and it just shivered to the bottom, but I didn't have enough punch. Oh, we were agonizingly close to landing a doggy there. I think Fran was almost going to take a shot on one. She almost had a shot, but did the right thing, just didn't take the shot because she wasn't quite sure. And I, unfortunately, with the reel gun, went down. I was so sure of the shot, right behind the dog's eye, stoned him. And I was only going to take the shot with a reel gun if I knew I had it, but it hit the brain and stoned the fish, but it just sort of like shivered off and it's so dense in the top of their head there that the smaller gun I was using didn't penetrate all the way through, and unfortunately sunk to the bottom. Sharknado got in, which is just the last thing you want to happen there. But just to be able to chase doggies like that with Fran out of the trailer boat, that was just unreal. We've normally got to travel far into the Pacific to have sessions like that, so that was sick. Now the plan is we're up on this shallow reef edge here. We're just going to catch some dinner, so looking for crayfish or any kind of elusive reef species. The one rule Fran's put on is that we can't spear or eat something we've already eaten, so no coral trout, which is a shame because I think there's going to be a few really big ones here, really nice ones. But anyway, that's the plan. We'll see if we can jump in and get a crayfish or something to eat. Sure enough, as soon as we get in, we're greeted by some really nice sized coral trout. Normally, these guys would be right up the top of our target list, but today, sticking by the rules, we show them a little bit of mercy and continue on in search of some different species. There's 2 crayfish, quick! But these tasty crayfish are never overlooked. So after checking this one's not a female, I take no chances and spear it to come home for dinner. Bluefin trevally are generally only found on the outer reefs here in Australia, and in my opinion they're one of the best eating trevallies you can get. So that's another species for us on the great adventure. And that's it, wrapping up a successful day out here on the outer shelf. We're literally as far off Australian waters as you could possibly be on the east coast. And it was a successful day. We swam with doggies, we had opportunities to shoot doggies. We got enough for dinner, crayfish and a beautiful bluefin trevally, and also had a great snorkel. There's some awesome swim throughs, really fun diving. Lots of fish life and no bleaching, no recent bleaching up here. So the coral's really healthy, and we had about 30 meters viz, so magic stuff, definitely worth the trip out. Could finally tick that off the bucket list. Alright, on the menu tonight, we have got crayfish. That's going to be done up in garlic butter. So first thing, you just want to butterfly your cray. Smack him straight down the middle with a machete or a sharp Victorinox knife. And then that's how he's going to sit on the fire, sunny side up, so he can cook in his own juices. And we'll add a little bit of this good stuff. Pre-chopped garlic. Once again, generous amount. It's showtime. Come on over to the kitchen. Straight off the coals onto the wooden chopping board, and there you have it. Entree is served. Garlic butter crayfish. Perfect timing as the sun sets. I wish you could taste this at home. I think it's going to be bloody sensational, but I'm going to have to leave you go and rip into it myself. Mission success on the crayfish. And that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. It was a bloody good time. I really enjoyed getting out to where we did. As I said earlier, it was one of my bucket list spots to get to, and we did it. So if you're enjoying the episodes, maybe consider subscribing to see when the next one comes out. We're out here for another at least month or so, so there's going to be heaps more of this stuff coming. All right, we'll see you in a couple of days, hopefully. Get it in there. And sunset.
She's calling me. home.